Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to visit the fantasizing world of fingerprints, and we will be covering the topics identification of the pattern, core and delta points, ridge tracing and ridge counting. Let's get started. First of all, we are going to discuss about the pattern identification. Fingerprint is firstly divided into three patterns: loops, whorls and arches. First we are going to talk about the loops. Loops, they have only one delta and one core. Ridges enter from one side, loop around and exit from the same side. And the whorls. Whorls are characterized with two deltas and at least one ridges, making a complete circuit. And the last one is arches. The basic explanation for arches is these lacks deltas and cores. Ridges enter from one side and exit the other in a wave-like pattern. Arches can be plain or tented. Arches are the only one pattern that exists in the fingerprint patterns which doesn't have any kind of ridges or deltas. Now we are going to talk about the identification of core and delta. The core is the central area of a fingerprint pattern, often the innermost recurving ridges. A delta is a point where the two ridges lines diverge, forming a triangular shape. Loops have one core and one delta. Whorls have two deltas and at least one core. Arches typically do not have a true core or delta, but tented arches may have a pseudo core or delta. Now we are going forward towards the ridge tracing. Now first we are going to discuss about the ridge tracing for the whorl patterns. Ridge tracing is used to further classify whorl patterns starting from the right delta and follow the lower ridges until it reaches the opposite delta. Based on a path, the ridges can be inner. It is mentioned as inner if it passes from the inside to the core. It's mentioned as outer if it passes outside. And the other last one which is mentioned is meeting. Meeting is mentioned if it passes directly through the core. Now we are moving towards the ridge counting for the loops. Ridge counting is used for loops. It involves counting the number of ridges between the delta and the core along a straight line. Each ridge that crosses or touches the line is counted. This number helps in sub-classification of loop patterns. All the details that I have mentioned above are the ones that plays a major role while sub-categorizing or unifying a fingerprint which we have collected from any scene, whether a crime scene or from a document or from any kind of signature methods that we have used fingerprint as a signature. And the last one, we are moving towards the summary. To summarize the whole content that I have explained above, loops are the only one finger pattern which contains one core and one delta. In loops we always use mostly use ridge counting for the subcategorization of loop fingerprints. Whorls have one core and two deltas. In case of whorls, we use ridge tracing for the subcategorization of the whorl fingerprints. And in case of arches does not have a core nor a data. No tracing or counting is needed. These techniques are essential for the forensic fingerprint classification and personal identification of a fingerprint. I hope the details that I have mentioned above have helped you in any ways, even in case of information or educational purposes. I hope you liked my video. Thank you for watching. Thank you.